Welcome everybody to Mikey's Adventures. Today we're here with another podcast as I'm about to bring Jason into this podcast right here. How's everybody doing out there today? I don't know what we're going to talk about today. I know there's a lot of news out there, but we're just going to wing it today. I have no clue what we're going to talk about. Batman's coming out this weekend. There's a pay-per-view this weekend that I don't really care about. But let's bring on Jason real quick. I always have trouble with this in the beginning. You guys know that. I've been doing this for so long and I still have trouble. Look at that. Man, gets me mad. Alright, here we go. And are we on?
Yes.
Alright.
We did it. I'm walking to my car, so you gotta give me a minute.
I gave you 2 minutes already. I gave you like 10 minutes actually already. It's like 15 minutes late.
Well, you take as much time as I need, man. I'm over here working hard.
And not working hard.
You don't know that?
Oh, we all know that.
I mean, I don't know what working hard technically means. I don't think I would be technically working hard, but I did like hard work kinda today.
Is that right?
I think so. Did you do hard work today?
No.
What are you talking about? You like worked?
I had to get up early today.
For what?
Because I went to sleep late yesterday.
Well, that's not an excuse for anything.
What do you mean that's not an excuse for anything?
That's not an excuse for anything.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. I'm putting the phone in my pocket, and you'll have to let me know how it sounds. I'm not using my Bluetooth. How does it sound?
I can hear you good so far.
Okay, good. Well, I'm not using the Bluetooth. I didn't want it to sound like I'm talking through a mouse fart, so I'm gonna go sans speakerphone. What happened this week? What's going on? We haven't talked in many days.
Well, last night, I went to go see the Batman.
You did? What did
The
you think
Batman was one of the best Batman movies I ever seen. Not bad. I'm kind of biased with Michael Keaton's Batman because that's my favorite. So, for me, not better than the Michael Keaton ones. Better than Val Kilmer. Way better than Ben Affleck. I don't count George Clooney as a Batman movie.
Why?
Because George Clooney's movie was horrible.
He was absolutely a Batman, and you will respect him as such.
But it was a good, dark, detective kind of Batman. It was more. He was more. It was like about finding clues, finding. It had the Riddler, but.
Let me ask you this. Were his parents murdered in the movie?
No.
Thank God for that.
They did not bring up. They showed the parents, but they didn't bring up no backstory. It
Thank
was
God
just.
for that. I can't sit through another Batman movie where his parents are murdered.
No, they didn't do that storyline. It was just.
It makes me sad that my parents weren't murdered. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I just wish that I had Batman.
Okay.
Like, what? You don't think Batman had a good life because his parents were murdered?
No, because they talked about the dad and all this. I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but they talked about the dad, and no, it wasn't a good life. He thought he was living a good life.
Money. He doesn't need life. He doesn't need people to be around. He needs that money.
And I'll tell you another thing.
And a butler.
The butler. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, that's his real dad. The butler's been
Yeah.
fucking his mom, and that's his real father.
Yeah.
And he didn't actually get killed.
And there wasn't a lot of Bruce Wayne in this one. It was all Batman.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least he didn't pretend to be somebody else. He's just like, I gotta be Batman. Voice-wise, give me your best version of Robert Pattinson as the Batman voice.
It was not that. It was good. It wasn't forced.
It wasn't the deep Val Kilmer voice.
It wasn't for. I don't think it was for. Like Christian Bale was forcing his voice. He could tell. Was it Christian Bale? Did I say his name right?
Arthur's dead.
Yeah. There was one scene that kind of reminded me of that when he's punching the window. He's like, "What did you do?" But it didn't sound forced.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's good. I mean, good for him for not having a forced Batman voice. I don't know that his Faye voice is gonna do it for me, but I'll see it. I've heard many good things about Studio 666 as well, even though I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen that one, but I wanted to see it.
Why can't it just be online? Why are we pretending that people need to go to the theaters anymore?
But can I tell you?
I will pay for it. I will pay for it. I don't even want to steal it. I mean, listen, if it's online for people to pay for it, it means it can be taken for free. But at the same time, like, I would technically, if that was like the system that I lived in, that there was no illegal version.
Yeah.
I would pay like $20 to watch these movies at home.
A lot of people would.
Do that a million times.
And we'll talk about that because AMC is playing dirty.
Well, we talked about this a little bit, and I didn't even realize how right I was. Last time we spoke, you told me that they were doing a special screening on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I said that it was so they could get all you Stubbs fucks out of the way and actually make some money. Turns out I was right.
No, but before I get into that, they screwed me over yesterday.
Why?
Fucking assholes. Yeah, AMC. The crew was good. The crew, the people that work there,
Right.
they handled it right. So we come in. First of all, I had to go to La Puente Hills Mall. And I forgot it was the Back to the Future Mall until I got there. I'm like, oh, yeah.
And then did you play the Back to the Future song?
No, but I went inside the mall, and that freaking mall is dead. I don't know what the hell happened to the malls in America. That mall is a freaking creep show.
Oh,
There's
Puente Hills Mall is a sad mall. It's not as sad as the Burbank Mall. Remember
Yeah.
when we did your podcast in the Burbank Mall?
Yeah, but no. This Puente Hills Mall, everything is freaking closed. It's like you're walking in, you're like, the zombies are about to come out.
Well,
That's how.
true. I mean, their big thing was that cornerstone big soup plantation there. And
It's-
soup plantation
yeah.
is all closed, so
But
what people gonna go there for?
There's no stores in there. Everything is empty. It's like everything
To
is
be
almost
honest,
empty.
Every mall now is just filled with shops that have a ton of Funko toys for no reason.
Yeah, it is. That's what it was.
And those stores, and I also make it a habit when I see those stores and I see a lot of people in them. I walk in and I will go to younger people and I say, "Why are you interested in these pieces of trash?" And then they'll go, "Oh, I like the characters." And then I'll say, "But what do you do with them? You stare at them? Like, what's the purpose?" And they usually go, "There's no purpose. It's just to have." And I go, "Okay." And then I feel real bad for them because they're very, 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 very sad.
So I go walking into the mall, and the only reason I walked there because I got there an hour early because of traffic. I had to drive almost 40 minutes, from my house to the Puente Hills Mall. And we see this Twin Pines Mall thing that they have in there. So we took pictures, whatever.
Right. We saw them when they put that in.
Yeah.
We were there for its origination.
We go to the AMC that's inside the mall, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have an announcement. But we'll tell you guys when you guys get inside or whatever." Go buy my stuff. Go sit down. I'm waiting for the Batman. It's gonna start at 7:00. Batman. Woo! Here we go. Guy comes in. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if he said something happened with the IMAX version of it. I don't know what the fuck was happening. But the announcement was, we cannot play the IMAX version in here. So what we're going to do is, when The Godfather finishes in the frickin' that premium, whatever it's called, the AMC has, the fucking Dolby Sound one.
The Prime.
The Prime fucking video. We'll move you guys there at 8:00. At 7:50. We'll clean it up. We'll move you guys there. And the movie will start at 8:00 now. This movie is fucking 3 hours. I got out of there till fucking 11. Got home at 12. Slept 2 hours. Got up again to go to work. Because these fuckers couldn't get their shit straight. Not the people's fault. They were good.
But did you see what AMC's doing doing this weekend to people who actually want to see the Batman?
What?
They're changing the ticket prices at each theater.
That's what I'm saying, but
depending on how many people go.
yeah, they're gonna raise the prices now, and then second of all, it's gonna stay like that for every big time movie. So say when
Right.
Doctor Strange comes, it's gonna have a premium price, and
Right.
then all the little movies are gonna be fucking assed out. So why doesn't the little movies just go, fuck it, we'll put you guys on streaming?
I think that will happen. I think that we will see more and more streaming things and less theatrical releases. And the things that do get released in the theater will be these
Because-
gigantic productions.
There's this movie that came out this weekend besides 666, the Peter Dinklage movie. I don't know what the name is.
Viriano.
That one doesn't look bad. I wouldn't want to go see it because I have the AMC A+ whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have the time right now, but I want to go see it. But if they're gonna raise the prices on that, no one's gonna go fucking see that movie. I like movies, so I see a lot of movies, but I'm talking about the general people that don't only watch like 1 or 2 movies a fucking year.
I get it. Here's why they're doing it. AMC wants you to buy A-list. They want you to. They want every person that's gonna go see a movie to buy A-list. Do you know why?
So they can have them in the freaking club membership shit?
Yes and no. I'm gonna explain why it might be the most boring thing you've ever heard, but it is something I did a lot of research about. So when you go to the movies normal and you don't have AMC A-list, right?
Yeah.
You can pay $12 to $13 a ticket in Los Angeles, but the national average is just under $9, right? So
I bet
if you took every ticket that's sold in the U.S. and you averaged out what the cost, it's a little less than $9. AMC A-List worked with all the big movie studios and said, listen, we're going to do this thing that is like a subscription service. And if any of the people who use AMC A-List go see your movie, we're going to send you $7 where we used to send you $9. Right?
All right.
So now that seems like that's not a great deal for the studios, but they're saying to the studios, hey, listen, we've now gotten you a crew of people that are going to come see any movie that comes out because why waste the money of A-List?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll take your $7. It's $2 less than the $9, but I'll take your $7. I can still report what the money, should make based on the averages, all these kind of deals. And so they agree to it. The more people that buy individual tickets to AMC, the more money they have to give to the studios. So if AMC goes to charge somebody $15 a ticket, they still have to send the studio back to the $9, right?
Correct.
So why would you ever have people that were going to pay like $13 for one ticket, or could pay $23 for potentially 4 tickets, and then pay $7? Now, AMC could technically lose money on every deal, but the average person with the A-list things only sees one movie per month, which means that for $24 a month, they only have to send out $7 to $14 tops, and when you go there, you don't need to buy a ticket. So 9 times out of 10, people who are a part of those systems, of like the A-list, will buy a concession that is equal to the ticket price that they would have to send to a company. So what they need to do is they need to get every person that comes to AMC to join A-list, because they'll only have to pay $7. If you come in and you buy your $14 ticket or your $20 ticket to IMAX, they have to send $15 to the studio. If you have to pay $20 for that ticket, you can pay $23 for an A-list to go see it in IMAX. They only have to pay $7. What a fucking deal for them, right? you make it so when they go to see a movie, it's cost prohibitive to not join A-list.
But with that, who the hell's gonna join A-list in this freaking day of this era? All these people want to have their iPads or their freaking iPhones. They're not worried about going to the movies no more. It's not like back then.
That's what I'm saying. If you catch those people, there are going to be those people who'd rather see the Batman on their iPhone and their iPad.
Yup.
But they also understand to see it before it's there, they have to go to the theater.
Well, we don't have that many people anymore that want to go to theaters.
Right, I get it. And I think there are less and less of those. That's why they're trying to screw people, so those people join up and just have another subscription that they pay for that they maybe don't use.
That's true.
If they were going to premiere the Batman on HBO Max, how many people would join up for the free month? And
Everybody.
then cancel. How many people would get it, cancel the first month? How many people would forget to cancel it? It's so many people are generated, so AMC is just saying, we have an opportunity to convert everyone that comes here this week to the A-list. And I think that's a really shitty thing for a company to do, but it's also very smart. It's going to be great for their profits. It's going to be great for their business. It'll bring maybe, hopefully, some people back to the theater for them. You know what I mean?
Well, this movie's going to bring people back to the theaters, but then the following week...
It will, and AMC will personally fuck over each ticket buyer by essentially forcing them to join A-list this weekend.
Yep. I don't see that working, though.
I see it working gangbusters. I think within a month, we're going to be talking about a story that's released about how AMC Stubs, A-list, whatever, is bigger than it's ever been, and you'll be like, you knew it.
And Cinemark charges $8 a month, but you only get one ticket per month.
But they ticket per month, right? And so they made a deal saying, hey, listen, you come in, we're going to make it so it's kind of cheap. You get this free ticket, and then you get discounts on popcorn.
Yeah.
You get extra tickets if you spent enough money.
Yep.
And that's awesome, too. That's an awesome style to do it.
You can roll over your tickets.
Model. What?
You can roll over your tickets so there's no expiration date. It just rolls over, so you can just keep 6 tickets at a time if you don't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you could pay by tickets, and once you have 6 tickets accumulated, you can just go boom 6 times in a row.
Right. I think that also, though, that model doesn't necessarily work as well.
No.
In comparison to the AMC
No, it
model.
doesn't.
And ultimately, that's no good either.
It's just that Cinemark for me is closer, so I'd rather go to Cinemark. And AMC
I think Cinemark is the better theater chain. I think they've got better seats. They've got better concessions.
They do that. They don't have the better popcorn, though. AMC has the best popcorn.
I disagree.
Nope.
I think
AMC has the best popcorn, but
over the real flavor, and that's cool. I disagree. I think Cinemark's got a better quality of popcorn.
AMC has the best popcorn, but Cinemark has the better seats, the better experience, the better sound.
Yeah. I haven't been to a movie since we saw, I saw Moonfall the next day, but since we went and saw Jackass, that was the last thing I've seen in the theater.
Yeah, I got you gotta go see the Batman. The Batman's good.
I really just don't even care. For the Batman, I'm waiting till it's on a thing. Or Mikey gets it on something,
Yeah.
It's not that it's not like I don't want to see it. I do want to see it, but I don't want to see it in the theater. I don't care for that.
This is not a clapping movie. If you're worried about that,
I don't want to be around other people, especially since Friday they're gonna put away the mask mandate.
Yeah, this movie is not no one clapped. Everybody was good. It's not that type of movie where whoa. But when he turned on that car, god damn, that whole theater was rumbling. It was that was badass.
Oh, he's got a Batman mobile.
Yeah, he got the Batmobile, but when they made the sound like a Charger, like it looked like a Charger at least. The car, I couldn't really see what kind of car it was. It was too dark. But when he turned it on, that whole thing was rumbling.
Of the Batman and Fast and Furious, where the Batman drives against Dom, and then we realize that the Batman was bad guy the whole time.
Yeah, but then it was his cousin, so it becomes family. You were my cousin. You were my cousin, Bruce Wayne. Family.
I don't got friends. I got family. Oh man, such a good movie. All the Fast and Furious films should be nominated and win Oscars.
And now Jason Momoa is gonna become family.
Oh man, Jason Momoa, he's having a wild run.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, good for him. He broke up with Lisa Bonet, and then they got back together.
And I didn't know that Zoe what's her name? Catwoman.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess up her name. Sorry if I messed that up. I didn't know that was his stepdaughter.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that's Lisa Bonet, who was on that show.
Cosby.
I was going to say In Living Color, but that's not what
No, it was Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby.
And then she married Lenny Kravitz, I guess?
Yeah, so she was with Lenny Kravitz, and then she had the kid, and then that was Zoe Kravitz, and then she, before Jason Momoa was famous, they were married.
Yeah.
Like, well before.
Way before, yeah. Before Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, they broke up for some strange reason, and God, I wish I had the emotional maturity with my partner that they did, that I could just break up like that and be like 2 weeks later go talk about it. I want to do a Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers in my own life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so my question...
I want to be like, hey, everybody, we're broken up, and then like 2 weeks later figure it out.
So my question is, what if the DC Universe meets up and this Catwoman has to do a sex scene with Aquaman? Oh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that exact scenario is going to be written into a lot of fan fiction. I don't think it'll make it to the actual movie.
I think Jason Momoa would turn that shit down like in 2 seconds.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They're all very special, but I would hope somebody wouldn't do something so blatantly gross. But you never know. I mean, like I said, there will be a lot of fucking nerd fan fiction porn out there of it happening, no doubt.
Someone's gonna write it into Peacemaker, and Peacemaker will say it.
Yeah. I love it. Did you see, somebody asked, or had a question for Momoa on the red carpet for the Batman the other day?
Yeah. He's one of the...
One of the press guys went up to him and said, what kind of fish was it?
Yeah, that guy's from comicbook.com. I follow him. I follow him on the Twitter. Yeah, he's from comicbook.com. That was funny. I was like, oh shit, he said that. And he liked the joke because he came back and gave him a fist bump. You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're going in and out all of a sudden because your damn phone sucks. Can I hear you at all?
Okay.
There you go.
Now you're talking through a tin can.
There you go.
Tin can now. You hear me still?
Freaking Wizard of Oz.
Ugh, gross. I hate it.
Now you sound like the Batman.
Yeah. What were we saying? Oh, the fish guy. You were saying that you know who he is. Who is he?
I don't know his name. He's BD something on Twitter, but he's from the comicbook.com.
Oh, okay.
And he's one of the reporters there.
Oh, well, that was a good, funny joke. I was
Yeah.
glad that he got the response. That was very good.
And then he came back and fist bumped him.
Yeah. No, it was a great fucking slam of a joke. It was great. It was very, very funny. appreciate it at all. I have a show that I'm watching that I love that I don't know that you would enjoy, but I'm going to recommend it anyway. Okay?
What is it?
It's called Last One Laughing Canada. Alright?
Uh-huh.
And it stars, it's got a ton of famous Canadian celebrity comedians on it, and people that you won't know, and they have to make each other laugh, or the goal is to, like, not laugh at the other comedians, and they do ridiculously crazy things to get people to laugh. They're very funny at telling the jokes. Here are some of the people on it. Number 1, Tom Green.
Uh-huh.
Tom Green is on it.
He
If
does,
you ever thought Tom Green was funny in the 90s for a minute, like on MTV, then you should watch it. Just for that alone, it's worth that.
he doesn't have his podcast from his garage?
He has the same kind of energy now. Sabrina the Teenage Witch Aunt Caroline Ray is in it. Colin Mockery, who is from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Remember him?
Yeah.
The bald guy. He was in it. Dave Foley from The Kids in the Hall is in it. Taco from The League is in it.
What?
Yeah, it's awesome. And then it's hosted by Jay Baruchel, who you'll know and from, like, This Is the End. He was the Jay that comes to visit Seth Rogen.
Okay.
That guy is the host of it, and there's a ton of other people. The guys from Leonard Kenny are in it. Those guys, one of the guys from Leonard Kenny, and he's so, everybody's fucking hilarious. It's real good to watch, and it's like the first time that there's been enough comedians in it that I'm like, oh, I know all of them, you know? Like, there's been other seasons. They had one in Australia, and it was hosted by Rebel Wilson, you know, from Pitch Perfect
Yeah.
fame. And it didn't have any real, you know, well-known comedians. Maybe a couple of people you've seen in a thing, and you go, oh, I've seen them in something. But they were just so hilarious. But, like, if you don't really know them or understand their comedy style, it's not that great. Like, one of the guys did a joke where he came out, put a cheap jacket on that was covered with rubber penises, and then jerked them off for 3 full minutes straight in a very elaborate dance.
Wow.
And no one laughed, which is fucking insane because it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
And no one laughed.
Well, that's the idea, is that you can't laugh, and then if you're caught laughing, it's the whole... Anyway, it's worth the watch. Watch the Canadian one because I believe it's a better intro to the series. If you really just like the premise of the show, then watch the Australian one. But there's like 15 different seasons of it because they've done this all over the world. Like, it's very funny and it's worth a watch. I suggest it to anybody. But if you watch an episode, let me know. You should at least watch one. I think you'd enjoy it greatly.
All right. And where is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So that's good. Another good show on Amazon Prime, Reacher.
I've been meaning to watch that one. I haven't been able to start it.
Now, the Jack Reacher movies and stuff.
That one with Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah, those are fine. Like, you know, it's a generic Tom Cruise style movie. But those movies aren't very reflective of the books or the, like, character. Does that make sense? So, like, I actually just, like, listened/read the book of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
And the character of Jack Reacher is like a full-on fucking badass dude. You know what I mean? Like, he's described in the book as like a fucking solid brick house. Like, you remember in Mission Impossible where Superman fucking cocks his arms to go fight Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
to beat Tom Cruise.
Not Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. You know what I mean? So it's very funny that this new guy is in it. He does such a good job. He is like the perfect Jack Reacher. Like when he punches somebody, like even though you know he's just doing his thing, you know that like that dude fucking took that dude out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise punches a guy and he gets knocked out. You're like, okay. But this guy punches a guy. You're like, oh yeah, he just knocked that dude the fuck out.
Yeah, that guy did 3 seasons of Titans, so I know him from there. And then they just killed him off this year.
Oh well, that's because he's now Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
But he did a much better job with it. I think the TV show did a better job of telling the story, but I think it's way too fucking long. Like, every episode's like the full hour.
Yeah.
And there's like 8 episodes. Like, 8 episodes of Jack Reacher. The whole book took me fucking like 10 hours to read.
So is it like the full whole on hour, or is it like Mandalorian style, 40 minutes?
Every episode's like 57 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a long fucking show, man. It ain't cool. But if you can get through it, or at least just watch a few episodes and be like, ah, that's cool. I like that. It totally works. So he is a believable Jack Reacher, and everybody in it does fine. The book isn't very good, and neither is the TV show's story, but that's because they went by the book. So I believe that they're going to do more stories, though. They have like a whole different thing going on.
And they already got picked up for season 2, so.
Yeah, they have a whole nother set of stories to go. So there's multiple Jack Reacher books, and I think they'll start doing their own stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's another show that's coming to Amazon Prime, I think in like 2 months, with Chris Pratt, and I just read the book that is based on as well. It's like it's not quite a Jack Reacher thing, but it's like an FBI thing and investigating 9/11 and stuff. And, you know, it's like a guy kind of brings down like wave of terrorist stuff, kind of like 24 and Homeland, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be like a mixture. Well, at least that's what the book is like. It's like a mixture of 24 and Homeland.
Yeah, I kind of saw that.
TV show.
Yeah, I saw that promotion. I haven't seen the trailer or nothing, but I seen the promotion like on Amazon.
Yeah, it gets started on at some point, but yeah.
This is the second movie for freaking Amazon. The other one was pretty good too.
Yeah, the Tomorrow War one was good. I recently rewatched it, and it wasn't unwatchable. I was like, oh yeah, it was good. I remember that.
And his daughter is the girl from Chuck.
Yeah. Oh God, poor Yvonne Strahovski or whatever. All I want in the world before my very early death is I'd like to see a full Chuck reunion.
Not a movie, a reunion.
I don't think. I mean, I'm not asking for much because I don't think too many people really actually enjoyed the show. I mean, I don't know how it survived as many seasons as it did, to be honest. But at the same time, I appreciated those characters, and it was the time in life when I was sad, and that show helped a little bit.
And all I wanted was a white collar reunion, but we'll never get that again.
Why? What happened to White Collar? The guy died?
Yeah, remember? The guy from Sex and the City.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
White Collar.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen, she's like, I'm done with White Collar. Wasn't she on White Collar?
Yeah, she was. But she was always like, it was weird because she was like in her apartment the whole time. She was never on, it didn't look, she was never on set with the crew. She would just be like, they would cut away to her doing her own thing. And like, they shot all her scenes in one day. And then like, alright, we can't use you no more. Everybody else doing their own thing. And then Matt Boomer, who wasn't Chuck, remember?
Yup.
He was the main star. Now he's in Doom Patrol, which I watch, and that's a great freaking show.
You didn't just call him the main star, Chuck.
No, I said he was the main star. No, I said he wasn't Chuck. I didn't say main star.
I heard main star. That's what I was saying.
And I said now he stars in. He was the main star in White Collar, and then he was the. Now he's in Doom Patrol.
Gotcha. Andy was 50 Shades of Grey, wasn't he?
No,
Who was 50 Shades of Grey?
I have no idea what his name is. It's the guy who looks like frickin' Henry Cavill, kind of. I don't know who he is.
Gotcha. I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Maybe Matt Boomer would have had more fucking chemistry with gross crotch face.
Didn't she just get hired for like a Marvel job or something like that?
I'm sure she did. She, it's real hard being the daughter of one of the most successful actors and actresses in the entire world, right?
She had to work hard.
Oh, yeah. She had to show her bush to the country with zero acting effort behind it. She's a goddamn hero.
Those movies died out quick.
Oh, yeah. By the third one, nobody even wanted to watch it.
No.
They're just like, peace out, y'all. We done.
That was almost as bad. That was almost as bad as the movies of Kat Everly or whatever her name was.
What?
Yeah, those movies, the ones that fizzled out after the last two.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Hunger Games that finished higher in the last movie than it
Yeah, the
did
Hunger
all
Games.
others.
There you go, the Hunger Games. Those movies just fizzled out.
The best movie ever, and you'll shut your goddamn mouth.
Also, like Pitch Perfect after the second one, done.
Oh, that's true. Pitch Perfect after the first one, to be honest.
You know who wasn't Pitch Perfect?
Yes,
Who?
Lana.
No.
She was.
She was. Vigilante.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the
But
apartment.
He was just like a background.
Yeah, he was like a background. He was in the apartment scene when they come in and I guess it's her roommate or something.
Yeah, I thought he was in the third one at the party at DJ Khaled's house.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, I know you watch him all the time.
Is today Thursday?
Today
Right.
is Wednesday.
Okay.
Today is Wednesday. Today is a horrible wrestling program is on right now, and no one's watching.
Big announcement. What's the big announcement? Hold on before, because I have to wrap it up anyway. Let me see what the big announcement was.
I think they're gonna have a streaming service with fucking HBO. I think that's what they've been saying. That was a rumor.
Tony Khan's huge announcement is... Drum roll. He purchased Ring of Honor.
That was it.
That's it, baby. He got Ring of Honor.
And what is he gonna do with it? Nothing.
Everything is gonna relaunch. It's gonna be amazing.
What's he gonna do with Ring of Honor?
Back, baby.
He's gonna destroy it just like the WWE did WCW.
No, he's not.
Oh, now he's gonna have AEW versus Ring of Honor. Oh,
Did you notice who's in the Hall of Fame of Ring of Honor and who is also ready to start wrestling again?
Samoa Joe.
What? That's crazy. It's like maybe he'll give in his own promotion over on Ring of Honor.
That's all right. Cody Rhodes gonna come on WWE soon.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be glorious. Speaking of glorious of WWE, Robert Roode finally got to use his good song for once
When?
on Monday Night Raw against Ciampa.
He got to use it?
Yeah, he came out to glorious
Huh.
when he was fighting Ciampa on Raw this week.
I missed that part.
See what Anyway, when is WrestleMania? How far? What's the pay-per-view in March?
There's no pay-per-view in March. Next WrestleMania is April 3rd, 4th.
Oh, so there's just no reason to watch wrestling these next few weeks.
No, they've just been promoting Undertaker's Hall of Fame. They think that he might go in by himself.
I heard that wasn't true.
I don't think it's true either, but they've been saying that he should go in by himself.
Yeah. Let's see if you can hear. Oh man, I'm wondering if it's gonna ruin this or if it's gonna play the audio through the speakers. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I'll call you right back. I'll text you, okay?
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Hold on.
And we just lost
Are
it.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No? Alright, it didn't work. Somehow it still kept recording during that time, but it didn't actually do the thing I wanted it to. Anyway, it was the announcement of Ring of Honor purchase. I was going to watch it and be happy, but I'll have to do that in a minute and a half. What do you want to call the episode?
We'll call it The Dark Knight. Horrible.
Can I call it The Masturbate Man?
Yeah.
I'll come up with something about Batman and something
The Masturbate Man.
The Master Batman. Masturbating Batman is like the thing that Conan O'Brien would do if he still had a show.
When is his damn HBO special supposed to happen?
I don't know, but SNL is, he was on SNL this week, and he doesn't look okay.
He was on SNL? He's in New York?
Yeah, you'll have to watch it, but he was on SNL, and he doesn't look okay.
Is he moving back to New York?
I don't know what he's doing, man. It's not great. Alright, have a good one. You gotta plug your shit, and we'll go.
You can catch me on Mikey's Adventures YT on all platforms except on YouTube, which is Mikey's Adventures by itself.
You know what's funny? There's other people who want to be Mikey's Adventures on YouTube.
Yeah.
That like needed to do like Mikey's Adventures on YT, and you have it on everything else, and then they have it on everything. It's very funny that like there are multiple channels, and you seem to be the owner of the most prevalent one on YouTube.
Yeah.
But all your social media doesn't match it. That's great. I like it. It works. I don't know how you even fucking came up with it, but it's cool. My energy level has taken a dip and a half in the last 4 seconds, so I'm getting the fuck off this phone, man.
My energy level is still not correct because AMC fucked me over yesterday. But
well, that's what you get for seeing a movie on a Tuesday.
it was a special fan event, so.
Yeah, special fan fucking over event.
And they fucked us over by not even. We didn't even see it in IMAX.
That's what I'm saying. The fuck?
It was a special IMAX event that we got to see it in the Dolby fucking theater.
Did you have to do different seats?
Yeah. So they said, no, here's the thing. They goes, it's the same layout, so everybody gets the same seat. The same seat, the same number you're on is the same layout go. So they moved us. We had to get in line like it was fucking 1990, and we were waiting for fucking theater. The whole fucking line was all around. So we were all the way in the back, and we had to get in line. So when they start...
It used to be our weekend pastime. Don't put that down. That's how we used to spend our free time.
And then once we got in, the seats we had were in the handicap section. So we couldn't even freaking sit down. So then they're like, oh, you're going to have to wait. And then they made us wait. It was like 3 groups of us who had those same seats. Because you know how they have 2 seats and then the wheelchair seat? There were like 3 groups of us waiting. And they go, all right, we found seats up there. So they made us go all the way to the top.
Dicks.
Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It was a good view. I sat up there before. I sat there all the time. It was a good
I
view.
hope that you complain and get a free month of...
No, they gave everybody free passes to go to movies.
Oh, okay.
But when we checked the tickets, they're expired.
Well, that's cool.
So we can't even use the damn free tickets.
Well, very efficient system.
Thanks, AMC.
Yep. Alright, man. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Alright, bye.
All right. Have a good one and out. We just lost Jason, and for you guys still watching here, that was my little adventure. I talked about it yesterday on the whole Batman review that I did. If you haven't seen it, go watch that. And for now, that's about it from here. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching this episode. It was a very short one. We didn't have really that much. Nothing really happened this week. We found out AEW purchased Ring of Honor. So, there you go. Found out here. So, by this time, you already know the news because this will come out tomorrow. And you won't get to see that. Anyway, I'm babbling. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Leave comments below. Talk to me. I'll talk back to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.